Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Quick show to the spirit, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. This man is living his blessing, man. I should entitle that. Wow, that's like... Yeah, something to that extent. Yeah, this man's living his blessing. And what do I mean? This man is living his blessing. Exactly what I mean. Esau, the so-called white man that the world ignorant called it, allowing themselves to call themselves white, which is they're clearly not white. The different shades of red. The red man, the true red man, the biblical red man. All right, the wasted away is he man. Is living up his blessing. All right, he's living up his blessing. What I mean by that, I mean this man is all about war. He eats, breathes war. All right. Now this is just an inkling of things that's being said that's out there, because they're making this thing a big deal in public media. Because they want to push a narrative of using that particular thing to tie it in with domestic violence. Because when you really hear this man speak, I don't know if it's in this particular video. Let me see. Because I'm going to put the other video on. Let me see if I can find exactly what I was looking for. I hate when it does that. Anywho. Slakia. Alright. Let me see if I can find the specific words.
We will hunt you down and make you pay.
Alright. So you hear out of the dragon's mouth, we will hunt you down and make you pay. Now let's do the math. How many people died? American soldiers died? Approximately 12, I believe. And this is what you're going to have to bring your raft to come. Now, any patriotic person who listens to this, like, you're not a true patriot. That's not the point. Why 20 years these people have been slaughtering, raping, robbing those Afghans for something that wasn't their fault. And there's a picture out there circulating of was it Afghan? No, it was Libya, Syria, and Iraq. And those three nations, the before and after Esau got done with them. And Lord have mercy, this man is a living disaster. So when he sits there and tell you he's gonna show you no mercy, you never show nobody no mercy. So how the fuck you wanna sit there and say something like that before anyway? You never show your enemies mercy. I'm gonna hunt you down. You've been hunting people down. Alright? Now you about to let loose the anger and the fury of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai on the world. But you're gonna be judged for that. Okay? This thing is bigger than what you devils think, man. And that's the Lord stirring the pot, because there's also news, basically, I believe it was the latest group that to join with, not Pakistan. Damn, I just saw it. It was Saudi Arabia made a deal with Iran, I believe. No, not Iran. Russia, China, something to that extent. Slovakia, I seen it somewhere. I just don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But you have a lot of people that's teaming up with America's enemies, man. A lot of people are teaming up with Esau's enemies, man. Showing you that we living in a time of war. We gotta know what time you live in, okay? We're not in a time of party and bullshit. We live in a time of war, death, and destruction. Man, let me start with that. Romans, I believe it's 13. It says, and that knowing the time, that is not high time to awake out of sleep. And that's talking to Israel, man, because we have to know what time we're in. We're in the time of war. Yeah, even a brother of mine in the world said it. He said, "Yo, I could feel like war is coming." All right, because we in that season. It says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. I'm jumping down. It says, verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. We are living in a time of war because this devil is coming down, like the scriptures having great wrath. All right, because he is that warmonger. He is the epitome of the Lord's anger. All right, war. Matter of fact, Revelation 6:4, which this is events that's taking place, that's been taking place, that's going to be led by this devil all the way to the end. All right. When it speaks of the white horse, it speaks that white horse, that conqueror. It's not talking about what did it say? They said that was the horse, the what was it, the horseman of war? No, it's not talking about that. That's talking about Yahweh Shai conquering the red horse, which is going to lead to the black horse, which is going to lead to the pale horse. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and that there was given unto him a great sword. And that's what's going on. That if you take away peace from the earth, what do you have? It's war. The complete opposite of peace. So he's threatening more threats of, or his what's that woman? Damn, what's that? His spokeswoman said the same thing. I don't think it's in World Star. I think it's on YouTube. I gotta search it out. She basically, the news reporter asked her, "What did Biden mean by this?" She said, "That's exactly what he meant. They don't want these people to exist in the earth." So, if you're looking at it as a blind person, you're like, "Oh, that's a good thing." But if you're looking at it from a proper perspective, you're like, "God damn, like this man is really bloodthirsty, man. He is bloodthirsty." All right, it's in his spirit to be that way. Matter of fact, Psalms. We'll make this short, but it's just gonna hit some key points. Psalms 55. He hath put forth. It's like it. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant, which means an agreement. All right. So those who made an agreement, who made peace with him, he has broken those covenants. That's why we always refer to what the world say the Native Americans, which are Gad and Reuben. There's plenty of treaties, over 500 treaties that they made with the natives. In this land, they broke every last one of them. So now, the way the media is spinning it, that America made a treaty and the Taliban broke that treaty. That's why they'll spin it that way. But your track history speak for itself, and the scriptures clearly have you right dead center. It said that the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. But the key is, but war was in his heart. So they could pretend like they wanted it to be a peaceful event. Another thing about that whole shenanigan in Afghanistan, they made their military up. They left weapons there, yet these people can't fight for themselves. They abruptly leave that area around the same time, when the anniversary is about to come about. And like we don't see what's going on. You could read right through this thing, this bad script, that they're using this as a catalyst to prepare for something. All right. But I've made a statement. I'm gonna read that real quick. Ezekiel 35 and 6. It says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Seeing that has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So that you're known for being the bloodthirsty warmongers that you are. And the Lord is going to prepare you for blood, because it's not just going to be your enemies that's abroad. Is going to be your allies and the people that you enslaved. Every last one of everybody's going to get their hands on you. All right. So blood is going to pursue you. Isaiah, 14? I want to just go to the point 13. For that has said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's Esau, Edom, and so forth, like man, thinking that he's a god. Ezekiel, the 28th chapter tells you that. Yet that shall be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? Yeah, because that's his power. His power is his deception and war. Jeremiah 50, I'm just going straight to the point. And what? Jeremiah 50, and I just want to go to the point. Uh, 23 says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And a hammer is known for either you could build with a hammer, but it's always consistently beating down onto someone or something. And that's what you are. You are the hammer of the earth. This is why every nation are teaming up with your arch rival to take you down, because the power that was given unto you was great. All right. And it's funny because your greatest foe is yourself, that speaks another language, and the Lord is using them to destroy you. Okay? And the Lord's going to judge them as well, because they're the same nation as you. So that the hammer of the world, America, is about to be broken asunder. The Lord is rising up the foes of America dramatically. And the Lord is about to annihilate, wipe America off the clean off the earth, man. It says, I've laid a snare for thee, that art also taken, O Babylon, that I was not aware. And that's the snare. Snare is a trap. So the trap is being set before our eyes. See, the media want to spin it where they're distracting the American people by Afghanistan, while they're taking the American citizens' rights, okay, by muzzling them, so they keep you distracted by bringing up an old foe. But that same old foe that they bringing up, all that is a trap against them. They think they're trapping. They're thinking they're setting up the motion so they could go out all war against all their foes. But the Lord is stirring it up against them. It says, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast strive against the Lord. All right, because you strive against the Lord, meaning you fought against your Creator. Job 20. I think it's 24. No, Job 20 and I'll start at 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, because he's not going to establish and accomplish the things that he sought out to. And that's his new world order. See, you may have Australia, Israel, certain parts in Europe, and it's going to happen here. People's gonna be in complete lockdown. Gonna have some form of a new world order, but you won't be able to enjoy it. All right. You shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In his fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and that straits is difficulty. All right. So everything that he's doing is gonna come back to him difficulty. Order out of chaos. All right. He's trying to bring order out of chaos. So he's the conductor of chaos. He is the instrument of chaos. And what a better way of introducing the world with chaos, with chaotic things, so that way the people can fear. All right. It says, every hand of the wicked, which is Amal, the workers, shall be upon him. So this man is not going to find a day of rest, but he was built. And that's the thing too, we have to understand, this man was built for war. But the difference is, from the past until now, which is his blessing. Okay, he's enjoying his blessing. But the difference is that he's going to have no backing or no support the way he had it. Because the Lord was only doing this for a short period of time to establish him, to build him up, to believe that the nonsense that he's spewing. This is why a great rise of all the foes of America is at hand. And he even said in domestic or outside of America. So they planning to go out all out war in all fronts. And the greatest foe they're trying to say, the media is China. But their greatest foe has always been Russia. But their great foe is Israel. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who they coming, man. Without a shadow of a doubt, they coming. They're gonna do what they do best, and that's bring war, which they've been at war with you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans from the inception, bringing you here. All right. So he's gonna be met with great difficulties. This is not gonna be a cakewalk. All his enemies all around him is gonna destroy him. So with that being said, something real quick through the spur of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, one of you brothers edify. Shalom.